Today we're demonstrating how to properly load and unload a container onto our cable hoist. Galfab wants to remind you to always perform a thorough inspection and follow all safety procedures when operating our products and equipment. We will start out with how to properly load a container. Position the roll-off truck as squarely with the container as possible, aligning the container long sills with the hoist. Lock the truck brakes. Inspect the hoist, cable, fluid levels, and the container to be certain all items are in good working order. Follow your employer's safety checklist. Make sure the brakes are locked, then engage the PTO. Retract the winch cylinders. Pull the cable out to the rear of the hoist and raise the hoist so that the ground rollers touches the ground. Connect the cable eye to the container hook. Warning: check to make sure that the cable or receiver connection to the container is securely attached and in good condition. Never attempt to lift a container that is heavier than the load rated capacity of any of the individual components of the roll-off hoist. Release the truck brakes and pull the container onto the hoist by allowing the truck to roll under the container. The container long sills must be riding on the hoist rollers. Galfab recommends adjusting the hoist angle to match the angle of the container when the nose cone passes the rear hinge. When the center of gravity of the container is forward of the rear hinge, lower the hoist to the top of the truck cab. Lock the truck brakes when the container is completely off the ground and continue pulling the container forward until it is securely locked into the front stops. In addition to the front stops, the container and hoist must always have a rear securement device. Lower the hoist to the full down position. Always power the hoist down. Do not allow the hoist to gravity down. Always lock the brakes when you are out of the truck. Disengage the PTO before moving the truck. Never position yourself or allow any other person to be on, close to, behind, or under an elevated hoist that has a container on it. Next, we'll demonstrate how to properly unload a container. When unloading the container from the hoist, allow for ample space for the container to occupy. Check for overhead clearance and that the area is clear of personnel. If your truck is equipped with a tarper, make sure the tarper is not in a position to be damaged before raising the hoist. Lock the brakes, engage the PTO, and raise the roll-off hoist as high as necessary to allow gravity to roll the container off the unit as the winch cylinders are retracting. Tension must be maintained on the cable at all times, or the container may disconnect prematurely. When the rear rollers of the container are on the ground, release the truck brakes and continue to retract the winch cylinders. This will allow the truck to roll forward out from under the container. Always keep the container long sills riding on the hoist side roller. Allow the cable some free travel. Lock the truck brakes and disconnect the cable eye from the container hook. Secure the cable to the hoist. Snug the cable and disengage PTO before moving the truck. After the container is completely on the ground, drive the truck forward a few inches to lower the hoist. Always power the hoist down. Do not allow the hoist to gravity down. Caution: always keep the hoist and container in a straight line. Do not allow an angle to form between the truck and the container. Thank you for watching, and if you have any further questions or if you want to order your own multi-axle roll-off hoist, please call Galfab at 574-946-7767 or feel free to visit our website, which is www.galfab.com.